In jail I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my at the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mayfield now on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hines. And an alley to run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Mayfield to throw for it on foot. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Anthony leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And now look at him go. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 82 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. 30, 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Zach Ertz, 75 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be over.
Now a play fake here on first down. K.J. Wright leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Third and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Here's Austin. Oh, look at the juke. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Bridgewater on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Gun! Over!
Now Mayfield. He's going to go deep for Conley. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got Moncrief. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
Mayfield now from the 50. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 58,
boys, 58.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught by Parker. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's brought in by Dodson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Busts through the tackle, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Bridgewater now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Caught right side at Snead. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Gone!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure, and he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. Moncrief brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to check off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So we've reached halftime here on opening week. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. He juked him. And he's got some space here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now it's Hines. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Detroit! Detroit!
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
First down, Bridgewater. Hurts over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gone!
Second down, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Mike Wallace with officially a 103-yard return. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So that will push him back.
And now we know why you have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield being chased out left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Christian Kirksey in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And Lex's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the home team here, a win's a win as they